The Beguiled is written and directed by Sofia Coppola and stars Nicole Kidman, Colin Farrell, Kirsten Dunst, and Elle Fanning. The story is set in 1864, 3 years into the American Civil War, and takes place in this girls' school run by Nicole Kidman's character, Miss Farnsworth, and one of the students goes out one day and finds Colin Farrell's Northern soldier wounded next to a tree. She brings him back to their school, and amongst the 2 teachers and the other remaining students, there's only about 5 of them left, they're all women, they're all girls, and they all have to decide what to do with this soldier because they're in the South. They have to figure out, okay, do we give him up to the other Southern soldiers, or do we keep him because he's badly injured? Do we take care of him? And that's where a lot of the movie's drama takes place. It's how these women and these girls react to the presence of a man in their girls' school. And at first it seems like they're going to take care of him just nicely. And then things start to build, and the 2 teachers, Nicole Kidman and Kirsten Dunst, start to show a bit of an attraction. The eldest student, played by Elle Fanning, she is also starting to get in on that Colin Farrell action, and Colin Farrell's just sitting there like, And even some of the younger students are starting to just take a fancy to them. They're dressing nicer, they're putting on jewelry, they want to talk to them all the time. And this was a very weird movie for me because I went into this movie knowing pretty much nothing. I didn't know that it was set during the Civil War. I didn't know that they were in the South or the North or whatever. I did not know pretty much anything about this movie except for that it was directed by Sofia Coppola, who has made a great movie in Lost in Translation. I haven't seen any of her other works, but I was still interested because I know who she is. And this movie is very well directed. There's some really strong performances from the more experienced actors and some of the younger actresses. And not knowing what the story of this movie is can be kind of beneficial. However, I will have to warn you that this movie is very short. It's only an hour and a half long, so it feels kind of slight. And even though this is written and directed by someone who has pioneered the idea of female filmmakers and has a majority of cast of actresses, this is not a feminist movie at all. And I was quite shocked to find out that everything that these female characters do is concerning Colin Farrell's character. Literally, there is no conversations between any of them about anything other than, there's a man in this house, what do we do about him? I get that most of the drama is built around the fact that there is this man in an all-girls school. They were all very weak. In fact, the strongest character out of all of them was Colin Farrell's. He's meant to be the figure of intense drama. He's the person that you're not meant to like. You're meant to be more on board with the story of all the other characters. But I was more on board with Colin Farrell's character, and the movie was telling me to be like that. It made these women seem very pervasive and intruding and so obsessed with this man, so run by their emotions. That's not what women are. This movie is well shot, but it's also poorly paced. It's incredibly slow. For a lot of movies that I've seen based around this time period of the American Civil War, they can seem a little bit slow, but they do build to a great end point, something that makes you think, that was the point of this movie. The Beguiled has none of that. It builds up and then just ends, just stops. And there is no payoff. There's just no meaning to this story. I don't get what any of this is meant to be symbolizing. Fear, paranoia, don't trust people, or trust them, or don't judge people. I don't know. This story is very confused. I did not find this movie to be totally enjoyable. I was on board for the first 20 to 30 minutes, and then it reaches a point where it just becomes this kind of very silly movie. This movie that I don't really want to watch. I don't think that I can recommend The Beguiled because it is just a slow, kind of boring, well acted and well shot movie that I don't think you're going to get too much out of. I know that some people have praised this film. I don't really understand why. It's kind of sad that a movie that won Sofia Coppola the Best Director Award at the Cannes Film Festival is just so meh. But I guess it's all about equality, and female filmmakers should equally be able to make very mediocre movies. I have to say that The Beguiled is probably a film that you're better off watching on a plane. So The Beguiled, have you seen it? Please tell me what you think about it in the comments below. There are going to be videos linked down here, one over there. For more Mr. Movies, please press my little face right there. Thanks for watching.